Have you ever had the impression that your eyes aren't as distinct as they always were, despite you attempt to maintain your health? For a lot of people, that decelerate down between the ages of 65 and 85 vision loss begins to feel like an inevitable aspect of growing older. Perhaps you discovered that you were holding books farther distant. Perhaps driving at night isn't as simple as before. But what if I told there is a straightforward natural cure, that you can try the one that some people swear by? Spending a week at home, could just watch this video to learn how to safeguard your vision. We will examine a shockingly straightforward mixture of baking and castor oil soda. This mixture has been discussed by Barbara O'Neill, is a fitness educator who is now receiving increased attention from the public who seek a kind method to assist their eye health without medication, surgery, or costly supplements. Regardless of whether if you're doubtful or interested, stick with me, because today could teach you something that might actually have an impact. We'll go over the 8 essentials you need to understand how this treatment functions, to how to attempt it safely, to see what other people in your age group has gone through attempting it. Every point will be beneficial. You can see why this approach has acquired a devoted following in secret, and why it might also be worth your time. Be sure to stick with us through to the very end, since you will not only discover how the 1-week approach could be slow or even halt the loss of vision, but you'll also take something more significant with you. Self-assurance that you remain in charge of your well-being as the years pass. Let's begin now. Castor number 1. The calming effects of oil on weary aging eyes. Among the first things that you would like to know, why castor oil of everything continues appearing in these discussions regarding eye health. It has been existing for millennia, not only in medicine cabinets, but also in residences where people relied on traditional medicines. Throughout generations, what constitutes it's not only that it's unique, natural is that it functions subtly, particularly for elderly eyes that have witnessed years of sunburn and insomnia. If you frequently experience dry eyes at night, castor oil that is annoyed or just exhausted may be providing more than you currently. Understand that its thick, creamy consistency aids keep moisture in, providing your eyes with a respite from the encroaching dryness. As you get older, it's the type of comfort you may not always realize what you need until you feel it. Currently, some individuals believe that whatever you place close to your eyes has to be hazardous or complex, but medicinal quality castor oil that is frequently referred to as cool, hexane-free, and compressed has been used with caution by senior citizens who would rather stay away from artificial chemicals at night. A single drop is applied around the eyelids using cotton or a clean finger. The swab functions similarly to a balm, but only to soften the skin while also assisting in calming. The Barbara O'Neill, the whole region's quite well known in the natural wellness, discusses this, but not as a remedy, but as a component of a larger way of life of healing. Even if not all medical professionals will leap to suggest it, you'll discover numerous accounts of people using profanity due to its capacity to lessen that gritty, dry feeling that frequently accompanies. Consider it this way. Your eyes are putting in a lot of effort each day to read, observing, and adapting to the light, remaining open long after they need to be shut down. They require more than just stronger glasses. Occasionally, they require consolation. Relief, as well as the unexpected aspect of relief, is not always available as a pill or a process. Occasionally, it originates from a tiny bottle in the drawer of your bathroom, kind that only provides enough for your body assistance to begin self-healing. Naturally, castor oil provides that. Not magic, just consistent, compassionate assistance. And if you haven't tried it before, this could be the week that you begin to observe what your eyes have been silently requesting. Everything along the stillness of number 2, baking soda ability to balance your body. The majority of people consider baking soda to be something that you use in the kitchen or store in the refrigerator, although few are aware that it has a lengthy natural health methods past. Particularly as we become older, our bodies can become somewhat more acidic as a result of stress-related processed meals and drugs, according to some, making a more pH-balanced environment both internally and may benefit the body externally, perform better all around, including the eye health. To be clear, we aren't discussing about consuming a lot of baked goods soda. This isn't the point of the message. According to Barbara O'Neill and others, utilizing baking soda In a much kinder way, topically in tiny mixtures with caution and castor oil, they make a paste-like substance that some people think can aid in calmly drawing out contaminants irritation as well as assist in circulation surrounding the eyes, the cause of the rise in baking soda. Use baths for aching muscles or applied to help reduce inflammation on their skin. Although it's not rough or harsh when applied correctly, it involves striking a balance, and when you're in your balance in your 70s or 80s is just what you need. The body asks for things without force or extremes, just minor adjustments when necessary. The majority of elderly people who have tried this combination discuss a feeling of lightness or clarity that they observe after only a few days. They talk about how their eyes feel, less agitated and heavier. Almost as if, after a lengthy period of relaxation, it could not be dramatic or instantaneous, but gradually little changes can have a big impact. Additionally, it goes beyond the eyes when people experiment with natural cures that make feel more in harmony with their bodies. Once more, something occurs inside. It's as, despite their memory, they're still able to recover while still being able to take action. That sense of control is strong. But how do you use it? The basic concept is to combine a tiny pinch of adding a few drops of castor to baking soda oil until a light, silky paste is formed. After that, this is cautiously wiped around, not within the eye region, particularly at night. Patch testing should always be done before bed. Of course, always wash your hands or tools. It's critical to understand that the mainstream does not support the cure. Medication that isn't prescribed, although it's not a remedy, individuals are investigating because they're looking for alternatives. When life is at this point and the options begin to feel more constrained by having another, it can be refreshing to try this approach. If you continue to view this video, and I hope you find these insights useful, please let me know in the second remark below. If you haven't already, you're here. Subscribe, but I advise you to do so. And press the bell to ensure you don't miss it. Any videos. Your assistance is helpful to us. Keep producing informative, high-quality articles and motivate you. Let's proceed now. Barbara O'Neill's Natural Number 3. Barbara O'Neill's remedy philosophy didn't begin to establish herself as a household name of senior citizens seeking natural recovering, but eventually her everyday sense approach started to have a profound chord as opposed to many health voices that concentrate on intricate procedures or costly enhances. Barbara's message has consistently been about paying attention to your body via what's already accessible and reliable, so when the body is supported, it understands how to repair itself, which is why her message is so strong for those in their final years, is that it doesn't belittle them, does not believe that growing older entails giving up. Rather, it respects the reality that we have been carried through by our body years of toil, worry, love, and loss, and perhaps what they require there is more care now rather than more medicine. As she discusses castor oil, and it's not in the sense that baking soda promise miracles, and is quite explicit about that the goal is to create the appropriate circumstances that allow the body to perform. It's been attempting to complete the repair all along restoration and release, as well as in relation to her interest isn't limited to eye health. Circulatory pressure in the eye's hydration and the function of the nervous system, despite the way our eyes work, Barbara frequently highlights that the region surrounding the eyes is sensitive and intricately linked to the remainder of the body. When that region is toxin stress causes excessive sleep deprivation. Time spent on screens or the inflammation it causes cues, and when we disregard them, fall may seem to happen more quickly than at. Her recommendation to combine applying baking soda to castor oil is intended to act as a reset from the outside. A simple reminder to use the tissue's blood vessels and neurons that could have been malnourished or overworked for years. Nevertheless, it's not a quick fix. An easy hands-on method to begin focusing once more, and that has an empowering quality for many seniors. It seems like a lot of healthcare, waiting for the results, waiting for appointments while awaiting another person to instruct you on how to use this medicine. That surrounds it restores the power to you can try this is displayed on your own hands. You may watch and make a decision. And in a world where a lot of things seem out awful, it is a serious issue for Barbara. Being anti-D is not the goal of this strategy, Doctor. or dismissing scientific findings. It's about adding wisdom and insight to it, constructed not only from literature, but also from observing what truly functions in practice individuals with time, as well as for many elderly. It feels familiar to have wisdom like that. Seems reliable, and like it's coming home, therefore. If you've been experiencing you exhausted easy ways to support your vision, or are you simply worn out of attempting things that result in perhaps more negative impacts than positive ones? The barber's calm, no pressure method of you've been thinking exactly that, waiting for the fourth reason why senior citizens have faith in natural non-invasive remedies. As we age, our ability to tolerate intrusive therapies, harsh drugs, and complex processes tend to become less effective, and not without justification. The body just doesn't recover as well as it once did. An operation that could have been doable can seem like a mountain in your 40s. Side effects from your 70s that initially appear minor are staying longer, which is why many adults in the 65 to 85 age range find it appealing. Of non-invasive, natural treatments isn't simply a matter of taste. It's about pragmatics. There's ease and popularity. It's not a gaudy fad that does not guarantee immediate results. Being modest gives you authority over others. Frequently overlook how draining it may be to track down appointments, balance prescription drugs, and wait in lines. Seeking clarification, there's a feeling of powerlessness that begins to develop, but when someone displays a low-cost, secure technique you can test out in the convenience of your own house, free from stress and without risks, it evokes a sentiment that it's been years since elderly individuals have felt agency, which is important because when you feel as though you are a member of your own healing process, something changes.